Hey guys, this is Neil, and I'm here with Connor. Connor, do you want to introduce yourself?
This is Connor from Strictly Broken.
Officially sponsored by Strictly Broken, Kappa, and
Yep.
today we're going to be talking about Bang Dream Set 2. The set has already been spoiled, so we're just going to go over through the cards and see what looks pretty good, what you could do with the decks. There's 5 bands in Bang Dream. Most of the cards are set around all 5 of the bands, so each band will have like specific cards like yellow is Hello Happy World, green is Afterglow, blue is Roselia, red and blue is both Poppin' Party, and pastel palettes are all over the place. So, is there anything I missed out here? Do you wanna, or can we go on?
Catholic. I think that covers it pretty much.
All right, so we're just gonna go through the double R's first. Here are all the double R's that are in the set. We're gonna start off with the yellow. So the 0 Eve is climax combo with the wind trigger. Uh, I didn't put the climaxes. I didn't have enough space. But when you 0 Eve is climax combo with the wind trigger. Give a character on reverse Minami effect, and then brainstorm pay one rest two. Mill X. X is equal to the number of colors on your field plus one, and then you get to search for each. You get to search for a character for a music character each time you hit a climax. Um, Actually, I don't know the next girl's name. I don't know like 10 or 12 of the band girls' names, so I feel bad about that. But
Yeah, I don't know most of them.
and then the next girl, sorry, is just yellow Akatsuki. Discard a card. You can look up the top 4 cards of your deck. Grab a yellow character. And the Kokoro, I do know this one, is come and play. It'll gain the Musashi effect, where when your opponent cancels the damage, you could mill the top card of your deck, and if it's whatever level it is, plus one, you burn your opponent for that. So if you mill a level 0, you burn your opponent for 1. If you mill a level 1, burn your opponent for 2, etc., etc. And then it's a climax combo with a stock soul. You could pay 1 at the start of your encore step to search your deck for up to 3 music characters, and if you search for more than one music character, you have to discard 2. So, what are your thoughts on the yellow double R so far?
Um, I like what they've been doing with the last couple sets with brainstorms, giving like brainstorms the climax combos, or just like back row cards in general. Because I know there were like one or two in AOT as well,
Mm-hmm.
where
Uh,
they're giving like these you're like back row zeros the
yeah,
ability to put the climax combos on whatever level ones you want.
yeah, I like that
I kind of
too.
like how they're doing that.
Yeah, I agree with
It
that. I
makes
like that
it a
too.
little hard. Yeah, it makes it a little hard to like resolve multiple instances of a combo, but it lets you sort of play around with your level ones and play other stuff besides just like generic 105Ks or whatever.
Mm-hmm. The reason I like that is because like it lets you, like you said, it lets you like be able to play these like maybe these 1/1 walls, or like you know how Bang Dream has like the in from set one has like the 1/1 AK walls. And then
Yeah.
if you play this in the back, you give those 1/1 AK walls the Musashi or the Minami effect. Uh, or
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I really do like it. Except for I hate the fact that it's only give one character. I
Yeah.
really
So
do
it makes
hate
it kind of hard
this.
if you want to like resolve multiple combos.
Mm. And
But
then uh, I
yeah,
I kind of want to go on to talk about how the brainstorm is pretty whatever if you are not already ahead. Like if you start off with total shit in your hand, then the brainstorm just becomes like pretty whatever. But then if you are able to snowball the game fast enough, the brainstorm is basically mill 5 every turn.
yeah,
So
I feel like it's it's a brainstorm that you're not really going to be getting much use out of until you hit level 1.
yeah,
I
and
feel like at that point you've probably established a board well enough that you can, or at least 3, so you're brainstorming 4.
mm-hmm. um, I think there's a better brainstormer in the double arcs, but we'll get to that anyways. The Musashi's just the Akatsuki is just an Akatsuki. It's yellow for yellow, so it's only for Hello Happy World. Um, it's pretty good. Like for people who get to play the Hello Happy World deck, it's, standard. Uh, and then the Kokoro, I think this is gonna go into a lot of decks that are not just yellow. So getting come and play Musashi is already really good. They haven't print, from what I remember, they haven't print like a Musashi effect in quite a while now. It's generally
Uh,
been on reverse and some cool versions of
yeah.
finishers.
Yeah, they've been printing a couple more lately. There was like a 2 year period where they didn't print any, but there
Yeah,
have been a couple lately. Not a ton.
I don't know. It's definitely fun to see this effect come back. Like this effect is pretty cool. It's definitely not the best finishing effect. There are much better finishing effects in the game. Even when this card came out, there were some pretty good finishing effects out there already. I think Sinon was already out when Musashi officially came out. Was Sinon already out by then? I think it
Um,
was.
uh, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I might be off of my
I can check
time.
on that
Yeah.
while you keep talking.
But then
But
the
I feel like I think Xenon was like right after.
yeah, but the reason I think people are gonna play this in every deck is that uh it's basically climax comboless a finisher, and that's pretty big for the most part. Like most of the finishers in the set have a climax combo at level 3 that make you be able to do a finisher. So like the 3-2 Yukina that we'll get onto later on has climax combo with a pants, and the 3-2 Kasumi has a climax combo with a stock soul, a gate, and a book. So uh, you basically want something that'll let you finish without having to waste without having to play a climax. So if your opponent's basically at like 3-4, you want to be able to hit them for basically exact damage, or 3-5, you want to be
Yeah.
able to hit them for exact damage, and then you don't have to worry as much because you don't have to play the climax to slam down to overswing or whatever. Uh,
Right.
I think the pay one search 3 effect is insane at Encore Step.
Yeah. I think that's really good. Like you have to discard two, so you don't actually plus a whole lot, but you get to sculpt your hand to like exactly what you need it to be for next turn,
Not
and you
just
just
that,
like
you get to
thin
compress.
out your deck a
Yeah.
ton.
Yep. You
If
get to
you just field three, if you
compress.
just field three of these, if you field three of these, that's 9 cards you're taking out of your deck.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. I thought when I was like when I first read this, I'm like, huh, this card's pretty good. And then I thought about it, and if you have the stock and you have the hand, you literally could search 9 cards out of your deck and be like, okay, I have like 12 cards with like 5 climaxes come at me.
Yeah, if not like better than that. Like
Yeah, it's pretty insane. Um, so let's go on to the
you
green.
can probably just remove like every character left in your deck and just be sitting on like 4 climaxes in deck.
This is true. This is very true. You're gonna be sad after playing Sengoku Basara. Uh, okay, let's go on to the green. The green stuff is a 0-0 Ron.
Afterglow.
Afterglow, yeah. So far, it looks pretty whatever. Hopefully the Afterglow TV that they're gonna release will be make it better. You want to say?
I hope. I hope.
Yeah, a lot of the alarm effects felt like they were repeating in the set because a lot of
Yeah,
them,
I
yeah.
feel like there weren't a lot of like really strong alarm effects. A lot of them were just like give a little bit of power
Hmm.
or something like that.
Yeah, I think there was one that gives you a stock effect, but most of them were
Yes,
just power.
there's one that lets you stock one, and that one I really like.
Probably the best one. All right. So we got a 0-0 Clock Suicider. It's a 0-0 Ron. Level 0 Clock Suicider, and then Alarm. Give one of your characters on attack, pay one, trigger check twice. So trigger checking twice
This
basically means they get 2 stock.
Yeah, well, so you have to pay one to do it, so you don't actually get two
2
stock.
stock.
It's just it's just two chances to hit like a plussing climax, like a plussing trigger or something.
Or if you're me, two chances of hitting a +2 soul, which happens to me way
Which,
too often.
well, like my issue is Afterglow doesn't actually have like you're only playing one plussing trigger at most, being a gold bar. So like this was pretty cool when they revealed it for Henology, where you're probably playing like a door and either like a pants or a book or something. No plus when you trigger a climax, but I feel like it's a little less good here. Like it, I don't know why this card's a double rare.
I can agree with this. Like, so me personally, I'm not a believer in the double trigger lifestyle. Like, I've seen my friends at my locals just win when they got to pay one and then they trigger two souls and they just win. I'm like, okay, okay, but I'm not a big fan of this type of card. I've never seen like the value in it. Maybe you get to pay one. You get to give a character on attack pay one, I guess. So that's pretty good. It like pays out like a climax maybe.
Yeah,
But
being able to pay out a climax mid battle phase is nice,
yeah,
but like I think that's his only use really.
yeah, basically. It's definitely gonna be played in Afterglow deck though because you want it for the suicide effect.
Yeah, and you just want to have as many alarms as possible.
Yep. Okay, and then we have a 3-2. It's a Ron and I forgot the other girl's name. Sorry. Uh,
Mocha.
it's what? Do you know what it is?
Mocha?
Noka? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know this. You do know Afterglow. Got it.
Oh, I know Afterglow. Yeah, this is the deck I'm building.
Oh man, this is the. I feel bad for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
it's
bought the sleeves and playmat already.
All right, so it's a climax combo with gold bar. On attack, you can look at up to two cards from your opponent's deck, from the top of your opponent's deck. You can send any amount of them to the waiting room, and then you can put whatever amount back on top of your opponent's deck in any order. And then you have to do the same thing with your deck. So you have to look at the top two cards of your deck, uh, put any of them in the waiting room, and then put it back in any order. And then it has Encore Step Heal, which is very huge for Afterglow decks.
Yeah, healing at Encore Step is really neat
It's
because you can just put whatever you want on top of your clock, and then you still get your alarm effect,
just
and then you heal it off later,
unless
which
you're
is
three
great.
six, it would suck if you're 3-6 with three cards in deck. That would really suck.
Yeah, then you just don't get the heal, which is not okay.
Well, you do get the heal. You
But
don't get a third attack.
you don't get your third attack. Yeah,
Yeah. It
I'm like, I think the climax combo is pretty neat.
it's a much worse version of the original, which is from Vivid Strike. The original version, but
Well, that one. Well,
I think the Vivid Strike one's just way better, and that's like 4 years old now.
wait. Does Vivid?
Vivid Strike is the green one, the one that's on attack. You can pay one.
Yeah. Vivid Red Operation.
Yeah, or not Vivid Strike. Sorry, Vivid Red
Yeah.
Operation. I'm sorry, I'm going crazy. I'm
Yeah, no,
crazy.
I think that one's a lot better just because it doesn't need a climax.
Yes, agreed.
I I would love for this one to not need a climax, but I think it's still fine. Because since you get to see the top two of your own deck, you get to see what
What
your
you
trigger is on
triggering?
this attack, and then if you leave both, you'll know what the next one is.
Hmm.
So you know whether you can like side or front or whatever.
I
I
think it should have been three cards actually. If you're gonna give it a
think
climax
three. Yeah,
combo,
I think three would have been a lot better.
yeah. If you're gonna give it a climax combo, it should be at least three cards. Like I think they printed this in in one of the other sets, like previous sets before this. I forgot which set it was. Um, where you get to look at up to two cards from your opponent's deck, and you wonder to yourself, why is this a card? Oh yeah, the Chris. It's a Chris from Konosuba, but that one's also just pay one on attack,
Yeah,
and then you get to look at up
yeah,
to three, and then you shuffle your opponent's deck again, which kind of sucks.
yeah. The Sengoku Basara one also shuffles your opponent's deck, but that one gets to look at five,
Five for two
which is like,
attacks.
yeah.
Two attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only looking at two is just. I feel like it could have been better.
it could have been
Like this is
much
not.
better.
Yeah. You still have
Yeah.
to play this card anyway because it's your only healer in Afterglow.
Wait, really? It didn't get another healer?
Yeah, I mean they only got two level threes.
Ah, I feel so bad for you.
Like, you have to play it because it heals.
I think the other one's better than
Like
this. The other
that's
one's the
fine.
on attack pay 1 mill 3, right?
Cards. Oh yeah, that card's amazing.
The card's way better than
Like
this.
that card's actually amazing.
All right.
But yeah, that's whatever.
All right. Let's go to the
Next Bushy
next. Let's
Road.
go to red. So red pastel palettes. We're gonna start with pastel palettes, even though it's not the first one on the list. Pastel palettes is come and play top chick 3. I forgot her name. Let me see if I can find her name really quickly. It's but her effect is come and play. Let's see, top chick 3. Oh, it's a 3/2 Aya. There, her name is Aya. I played the game and I don't know her name, so
Yeah.
it's come and play top chick 3. Add one to hand. Send the West their waiting room, and then it climax combos with a gate on attack. If you have a green and a yellow character on your board, you can pay 2, discard 2 to restand a blue character.
This
Yeah.
card this card would be so playable if there were any relevant blue characters.
Yes. It
Like
sucks.
we just have to pray that like the pastel palettes trial deck has a good blue character, I guess.
If the set got something like a 3/2 Rem from the TD, the on attack pay 1, discard 1, mill 5, burn,
Yeah,
then
that'd be fine.
this card would be like much better. Just, like restand your Rem, right? And then you could pay 1, discard 1 again, the mill 5 more. But,
Yeah.
like.
But
The,
as
the,
as it stands, even if you splash another band, there are no blue finishers that like don't need a climax.
yeah, it's pretty bad. You I think even the 3/2s from the first set, the only card from the first set that doesn't need a climax that's kind of like a finisher is Revenge Burn, and even then it's Revenge Burn.
Yeah, so that doesn't do anything with a restand, which is
Yeah, it sucks a lot.
yeah, this
Uh,
is not okay.
Pastel palettes, you've disappointed me, and I was gonna build you too.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a Remy, a 0/0 Remy Brainstormer. At the start of your climax phase, it's not any climax phase, it's a start of your climax phase. You could give 500 to a character, and then it's pay 1, rest self, salvage Brainstormer, which is insane, I think.
I think it's fine. I think it's like pretty much what we should expect from brainstorms at this point in time.
Well, looking
Seems
at
very
all the other
standard. Seems
Brainstorms in the
very
set,
standard. Okay, looking at a lot of the other ones in the set are just like really gimmicky though. Like, I mean, I think this is a fairly standard 2017 brainstorm.
yeah, um, I definitely like.
It probably deserves the double rare slot.
It does. It
Like
definitely
I think
does
it's
deserve it.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine at double rare.
Did you think that I deserved the double rare
Um
slot?
no, not sure about that one. Not sure on that one. I think this is less relevant because this is pop and party. And if you're pop and party, you're probably not playing a reverse combo or like anything that needs to reverse at any point ever. So I'm
uh,
not sure that the 500 at climax phase is super relevant.
the 0/0, your 0/0, if you're playing Pop and Party, you're probably going to be playing the 1/0 combo from the previous set, which is a.
Yeah, which does not need to reverse. It's a
Yeah,
door.
just
It's
it's
just
on
on attack.
attack. Yeah. Or you could play the Stocksoul combo, the 2/1 Saya Stocksoul combo. That got a card released for that in this set too, but the card's so garbage you wouldn't play it anyways.
Yeah. So
Uh,
like, it's a fine brainstorm. I think it's. I don't think it does a ton to help, but I
uh,
think it's a fine brainstorm.
It's gonna be played in the meta deck for sure, like because this is the only tap self brainstorm, or at least like standard tap self brainstorm in both sets. The other one is a draw brainstorm, and It's pretty whatever, honestly, the draw brainstorm. You need it if you're gonna
Yeah.
play the 1/8K walls, which I don't think you're gonna be playing anymore.
Yeah.
So
No, probably not.
yeah, I think you did
Probably not.
you talked about that in your last video, didn't you? About the Bang Dream?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to know what those 1/8K walls do, go check out Connor's last video. Okay,
Yep.
so we're gonna go on to the
Yep.
Kasumi. Uh, Before Yukina was revealed,
Yeah.
this card was insane. Then Yukina got revealed, and everything went to shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I still think, I mean, like, if you're playing Poppin' Party, this is still like,
oh yeah, of course,
this is the
band
finish.
party.
Like,
Yeah,
for sure.
when you're playing the band cards, this card's insanely great. Um, so it's come and play heal, and then it's climax combo with one of three climaxes. It is a book from the original TD. It is a stock soul from the last set, and it is a gate in this set. You could pay 2 and discard a red card, and then you burn your opponent for X. X equals the number of the 1/0 events that are in your waiting room. It is a specific 1/0 event that was released in the first set, and it's re-released in this set for this card specifically. By the way, the art in this set's much better. And then this
Yep.
card is gains 3k until the end of your opponent's turn. So the 1/0 event is Operation Tornado from Angel Beats, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
So what are your thoughts on this card?
This card is really good. Like, I mean, it's on play heal and pay 2, ditch 1 to probably burn 3,
It's
maybe
discard
2,
red.
like 2 to 3.
Discard red.
Yeah, okay, pay 2, discard a red card. That's like most of your deck anyway, so.
This is true.
In
And
fact,
plus,
that might actually just be like almost all of your deck. There are that many good blue Poppin' Party cards right now.
there are a couple, and we'll get to a couple later on in the next page. But yeah, I
Yeah.
like I said, I thought this card was definitely the finisher of the set. Like I thought, okay, this has got to be the finisher of the set, right? Then they showed
You can
3-2
also
Yukina.
pay 2. You can also pay 2 and discard the event.
Yes, I like that a lot. So you can like
Awesome.
control your burns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was really sad when I found out the Yukina was real, which we're gonna get to at the end. Um, all right, so let's get to blue. So blue is Roselia, Randall's favorite band. If you don't know who Randall is, Pesh Cats. Uh, and blue disappoints the crap out of me. Or, well, it doesn't disappoint the crap out of me. It just makes me very sad that blue, everyone's favorite band was Roselia, and Roselia got the best cards. So,
Yeah. I mean, they even said, like, when they revealed what each band was, like, what the decks were gonna do, they were just like, yeah, Roselia. This is gonna be the one with just all the generic good cards. Like, okay, thanks.
they did find a way to add flavor to the cards, though, which makes me pretty happy.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a good job with it.
Okay, so the first card is a 0/0 Rinko. I believe her name is Rinko. It is once per turn. When you use a resonance effect, you can look at the top card of your deck, and you can choose to leave it there or send it to the waiting room. And then it is a brainstorm. Pay 1, rest self. You mill 3 if you hit a climax. It doesn't matter if you hit multiple climaxes. If you hit a climax, you search 2, discard 1. So that means if you do hit 2 climaxes or 3 climaxes, you only get to search 2, discard 1 once.
This
Thoughts?
card is, like, this card is not good. Like, if this was for every climax search 2, ditch 1, it'd be fine. But I feel like it's just a worse version of the Charlotte brainstorm.
uh, actually, actually, I missed something. I'm sorry. It's also give the character a level. I forgot to put it in there. That's my bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it gives the character a level when you resonance. But yeah,
The first effect is okay, I guess, because you're playing resonance cards, but like
Yeah, you show the 3/2 Yukina
But
for the resonance.
the actual brainstorm effect, I just don't. I don't know. It's really not great. Because if
Uh,
you hit multiple climaxes and you just don't get to remove enough cards from your deck,
it is
kinda,
a card. It is the card was printed before in Zero no Tsukaima. Zero no Tsukaima has the exact same brainstorm from what I remember, but I believe it's salvage.
I like it's on a no, because they don't ditch. They just salvage too.
Oh, okay.
It's pay one, rest self, mill two for each climax, salvage two.
Salvage. So it's mill two.
Yeah.
That's probably why. But like,
Also, they
yeah,
also have it on a draw brainstorm. I'm pretty sure where you mill two, and for each hit you draw two.
yeah.
I think they have it on a search.
I don't. I believe it's when you only hit when you hit a climax. It's not when you hit if you hit multiple climaxes. I
Oh,
might have.
no. The Zero no Tsukaima one is for each climax you
Oh no
hit.
no no for this one for this one. I know for the Zero no Skyma
One,
one it's for
this
each.
one is just if you hit climaxes. Like so, if you hit three, you still only search two
Search
this one.
once, right? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
which is why I think this is not very good. Like,
it's pretty bad. I think they should have made the double R the Yukina with the bottom deck, which we're gonna. I think I have that in the next slide. It's the resonance Yukina with the bottom deck on reverse bottom deck and he gains a ton of power for some reason.
yeah,
That easily could have been a double R compared to this, like, because that also has come and play top check, and it gets music. Why
right.
did Booster decide to make all the Roselia cards top check music? Why not Roselia?
Almost almost everything just checks music or color. Like
Yeah.
nothing really checks for band trait.
Uh, I think the only one that checks for band trait is a pastel palettes card. There's a specific pastel palettes card that checks for band trait, I think, because it's like clock yourself, grab a pastel palettes card.
Yeah,
Um, but besides that,
yeah,
yeah, no, they made the set really generic for music. So, all right, time to get to broken stuff. Well, not broken, but extremely good. Um, so 3/2 Yukina, basically the resonance target for every Roselia card in the set. Um, it is come and play heal one, and then it gains 500 for every character on the board that's music, which is everything. And then it is climax combo with a pant climax. When this card reverses the character opposing it, you can pay 3, ditch 2. You burn your opponent twice for 2. Yeah.
yeah. If like, mm, at least you have to reverse.
there's like not much to say about it. Yes, at least you do have to reverse, but
It's just
this card's
doesn't
really
even
good.
stop it. Like,
This card's really good. That's all I
you,
can say.
yeah, this card's amazing.
I,
It's a
oh my
healer.
god.
It's relatively sizable. It's a
It
really good finisher. Like really good finisher. I don't know how realistic it is to resolve multiples.
uh doing the math, I
You
think
can
you needed like 12
doing
stock to do it.
yeah.
I
Well,
believe
okay,
you
to do two, you only need
it
7 stock to do two. Is
oh,
that
it's
right?
11? I thought it was less than 11 because if you
No,
do it
7.
oh
It
7,
should be
okay.
7.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's
So like
12.
four to play two of them,
Yeah.
and then you'd need, yeah, 12 to do three of them.
Yeah, I
So I
think it
don't
was
think you're ever
12.
doing three, but I think doing two is actually probably reasonable.
Well, if your opponent knows how to play
You're
around
just
it
you're just
too,
not gonna have you're just not gonna have any hand afterwards.
this is true. Yes, this is very true. This is why it makes me really sad that like this card's printed because this card's too good not to run in the main deck. But if you're going in with this, you're going all in. You're not gonna have any hand, and you better hope that you cancel, and then you can just clock draw two if you don't finish them. This card's pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh, And then
Yep.
it works really well with the 2-1 Saya. I think we're gonna get to that next slide. All right. Any last thoughts on the double R's? Were you happy about
Yeah.
him?
Uh, I mean, I think a lot of the cards that they picked as double R, like, I feel like there are probably better cards that could have been double R in some of the slots, but I mean, I think they're fine. Like, I think what they picked for double R is gonna make the set like really affordable because they
I bet
didn't
that three
put
two
like,
Yukino is gonna be $40.
oh yeah, 3-2 Yukina is gonna be like insanely expensive because she's like one of the only really good double R's, but
She's a really good double R, and I think
it's gonna
she's
be
the
like
most popular character from Roselia, from what I remember.
yeah, she's the most popular character from the most popular band. Like
Oh
it's her SP that's in the trial deck, which is currently
yeah,
a $300 card.
yeah. This is gonna be
This
sad.
her SSP is going to be probably at least like 600.
When we did the estimates, we were estimating for $500, around that. But
I feel like
I
it
wouldn't
has
be
to be more than
surprised to
that
see
because like
600.
other sets have had cards hit that range,
Oh yeah,
and the SSP rate for Bang Dream is garbage.
bitch.
It takes I think 43 cases minimum to get one of each SSP.
Wait. What? Oh my god, that is. Oh
Based
my
on the
god.
numbers that Bushiroad gave us. Based on like the rate that they said you'd pull SSPs at, it's like 43 cases for one of each SSP.
That's horrible.
Yeah. That's why I think this is gonna be so expensive, because like
It's horrible.
$600.
This is gonna be sold out in like a heartbeat from UT, from what we
Yeah, because they're
know.
only gonna have like one.
No, they might have two. They might actually open 42 cases.
Man.
They might actually do
Yeah.
it, man. You never
Rest
know.
rest in peace, Bang Dream fans.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. I have no words for people who want to spend $600 on that cardboard.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go on to the next slide. So these are just some cards from the set that I pulled out that I felt were relevant. These cards are all pretty good. We're just gonna discuss them and see if you could put them in the main deck, if they only go into like their respective decks, etc., etc. Um, so start from the top left. We're gonna start with the Anti-Changing Stock Suicider. It's a 2-1. Again, I don't remember her character. I don't remember a lot of the characters' names from Hello Happy World. I only know Kanan. Or, sorry, not Kanan, Koroko. Because I have her for my band. Yeah. Uh,
Nice.
it's Anti-Team Stock Suicider. And it's come and play if you have 3 or more of the Karo Shot Climax. That might be her. Let me. You could clean stock 1 from your waiting room. Uh,
That's
you
pretty decent.
Would you play it over the 2-1 from the first set, the bottom decking?
Um, on which, like,
The
what deck you're in?
uh
'Cause, like, if you're in Pop and Party, you definitely play the one from the first set. If you're in Roselia, you probably play the one from the first set. You definitely don't play this one. I think this one probably only goes in Hello Happy World, but
I can see that. This
you
card's really good
maybe
though.
in Pastel Palettes, but I don't think you have room for the Climax in Pastel Palettes. I don't
I
even know
th-
if you have room for it in Hello Happy World, but
I think in pastel palettes, it's the back rows that are green and yellow, and then basically the characters that you're gonna play out in the front row will be red and blue, from what
yeah.
they've made it out to be so far. So
I think
okay.
like those are the two decks that are gonna have yellow in them. So I feel like you definitely play this in Hello Happy World, regardless of whether you play the climax. Like worst case scenario, it's just an anti-change bomb, which is
Pretty good.
something you probably want to have a copy of.
Mm-hmm. All right. 0-0 Aya Mill Runner. Mill Runner.
What does it hit on? Music?
It's music.
Does it hit on music or okay?
It's
Okay.
music. Hence the
What?
reason it's like relevant. Uh,
Ever, do you ever play this over just the free runner?
I don't even play the free runner in my deck. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
If you
thought about
wanted,
it.
if you wanted a runner, you're always gonna pick the free one. I feel like over this,
I don't know.
unless you really like Aya. Like
No, because Mill Runner lets you get through your deck faster, and that definitely helps in like a lot of situations. It really just depends, I guess,
it
on your
does.
like play style and how you feel the deck should be played. Like I used to play the 0 Aris Brainstormer a lot because it'd be the only way that mill cards that's not
Yeah,
on a
yeah. I mean,
brainstorm.
yeah, yeah. I guess this is also bigger. This is 25 as opposed to 2K,
Uh, yeah, yeah.
which can be relevant, I guess. As long as you're not running events, I guess you play this.
Even if you are running events, I think you could play this, but because of depending on well, I guess it depends on how many events you're gonna play. Like if you're gonna play 8 events, then you should definitely just go for the free runner, hands down. But if you're gonna
Yeah.
play maybe 4 events, like you play Attack on Titan and you still play Mill Runner, right? I think you still play Mill Runner in your deck.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I do. But I also play 4 copies of the other runner.
The Armin Runner, right? Yeah,
So like, yeah, yeah.
that card's really good
So it's
too.
like,
So yeah, it definitely you definitely have like options open for the deck now, and I think I like that a lot. I like having options at level 0. Level 0 options are probably some of the best options in the game because right now the level 0 game is pretty generic, and the more options you have, the more you can
yeah,
play around it. You see a lot of
yeah.
like
Maybe
suicide.
you just play 8 runners.
This is true. You can play 8 runners.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Never do that. Bad ideas. Bad ideas.
Yeah. This is very true. You can play 8 runners. Huh.
Because the other thing, like, if this card was not red, or if more cards actually checked for the band, like what band the cards were from, it would make sense to have this. But
Yeah.
like, both of your runners are in red. Everything only checks for music anyway. It just this card confuses me.
Uh Bushiro,
Why does it
please?
exist?
Bushiro, please. That's all I can say.
They
Okay.
should have given us this in like yellow or green.
Yes. They should have I think it should have been in blue. Or no, no, scratch that. I don't want this in blue.
Yeah, yellow or green.
I definitely don't want this in blue. Uh so let's go to the next card. So it's a 2/1 Remy. It's on attack. You can give a character X power. X is basically 1500 power times the number of events in your waiting room. So if you have 3 events, it gives 4500 power, which is pretty good.
Okay, I didn't know this existed.
Yes, and it's an anti-level suicider.
Character, or does it give any other character the
No, no,
power?
it's itself in itself an anti-level suicider, and on attack it gives another character.
Okay, but do you have to give the power to another character, or can it give it to itself?
I actually don't know about that. This is one of the cards that was spoiled in Randall's post, I believe, when Randall was checking everything.
What's the card number on it?
It's give another character.
Is
It's
okay,
it's
okay.
give another character. You can't give it to itself, which would be insane. I think. Thinking about it now, that'd be kind of insane.
It'd
Two
be pretty.
one 12K anti-chain suicider.
It'd be pretty cool.
It'd be pretty insane. So this has some good synergies with like the deck in general because there's a card that we're gonna get onto later that lets you discard event from your hand and then gives a character and then gains on reverse you could draw a card. And I think with this card and that card together, you could basically be like, okay, I'm gonna pump a character to make sure that I get over you. You can't counter range me.
Yeah,
And having anti-change bomb, uh, albeit a normal anti-change, which is probably like the worst now. Normal anti-change is probably like the worst anti-change in the game now, uh, in my opinion, because you have
yeah.
anti-change
They
counters.
can encore it. Yeah,
Yeah, you have anti-change counters, which basically gets rid of damage if they're stupid. Uh, yeah, if they're stupid and they attack with that character first and you anti-change it, they they just lose damage. You have stock anti changes, which like gets rid of Fuka. I think that's a big one. Like Fuka is a big early drop that just you can't get rid of because that's untargetable. So you can't anti-change counter it. And then if you like use the 2-1 normal anti-change, you could just put another marker under it. And there's bottom deck, which I think is the best version of it. I think bottom deck anti-changes are the best if your opponent tries to compress, and then you just put it on the bottom of
Yeah.
your other deck, and then you can try to level them up by getting an extra damage in.
Right.
So this card's pretty cool though, right? Plus 1500.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting.
Yeah, you could buff something potentially more than 6k if you have 4 events in your waiting room. You could give 6k if you have 4 events, and then if you're playing more than 4 events, if you're that person that's going to be playing 4 copies of the 1-0 Arisa event from the first set, watch out, Connor. They're coming for you. All right, let's get to the next card. Next card is I don't remember her name. Why don't I remember her name? This is not good. Uh, it is. Let's see. Do you remember her name, Connor?
Which card are we looking for?
Um, we are looking at the second row top card.
Oh,
I don't remember her name for some reason.
I don't I don't know Bang Joon characters.
Okay,
I
there
just
you go.
I just know a little bit.
It's a pastel palettes card. Okay, it is a zero
Okay.
zero. It's 0-0 Chisato. Uh, come and play, top check. If it is a music character, you could put it under this as a marker, and if this has a marker, it gains 1500 in a level.
Okay.
So
2K base? So it becomes like 3-5
it's
level 1?
yeah, it's basically a 3-5 level 1 that is consistent. Um, I I like this card personally. I like we figured out that like a lot of people are trying to play like Suiciders at level 0, and that's like the generic game right now. And so playing something that has like a level 1 beater at level 0 could really help get over your opponent's characters, and then they just can't do anything about it because they're playing a million Suiciders.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think that's a good card.
I think it's a pretty good generic card. Would you play it over the other options? There are a lot of other options in the deck. You think you'd play it over? You think you'd be able to find room for it, or you just play the other options?
Um, I think it's easier to find room in pastel palettes. Just sticking like on deck theme, you definitely play this.
Hmm.
In I don't think you'd I'm not sure that you'd play this in any of the other bands. Like
Uh.
I personally always lean toward runner over oversizes,
Hmm.
but probably find room for this in like Roselia or something. I haven't looked at all their like random commons and uncommons yet, so there could be something better for them, but
There's some pretty cool
this
stuff.
seems fine.
I missed a few cards. These are just the most notable cards that I was able to grab out. I missed a lot. There are a lot of really good cards in there. Okay. 2-1 stock swap event. Pay 1, stock swap your opponent. Uh, when I was talking to Thomas about this a while back, uh, he was telling me that a stock swap is basically like cutting your opponent's deck in half. And I can see that. It's like basically another cut. And I don't know, I don't remember why he explained it like that, but it's kind of stuck with me. But I've always thought stock supplements were very good when you're playing against compressed heavy decks. So Milky Holmes, if you're playing against Railgun, who like builds 15 stock, and they have their goal, like if you're playing June's build and he has like 15 stock and their goal is to like cancel a lot, and then at level 3 they just win. Um, Stuff like that is why I play stock swap. I like stock swap events. Are your thoughts on it?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good decks in Japanese format right now that have the ability to just build a ton of stock, like Guardian and uh, ReZero and just stuff like that. That's like has really good compression games.
Mhm.
I think stock swap events are fairly good against them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like they only really hit like they only actually like effectively do something when you're forcing your opponent to refresh on them.
Mhm.
I think I think that's still fairly common enough that it's worth playing if you're in a meta where like a lot of people are playing these heavy compression decks.
Yeah, it also depends, like you just said, on your local meta. Like if your local meta is basically everyone playing +2 soul decks that are just like random 3 characters +2 soul, do you play this? Probably not. But
No.
if your local meta, everyone's playing top tier Milky Homes, rewrite stuff like that, go for it. If it helps you
Yeah.
out, it helps you win the game. Yeah, go for it. Um, so we got next card. It's a 1/0 Yukina. Oh, whoops. I wrote Yuna on the last card by accident. Mistypes. Or have I just been saying her name wrong the whole time?
I don't think you have.
Yeah, it's Yukina. Okay. So,
It's yeah, it's Yukina.
okay, this is Yukina and Lisa together. It's 1/0 Yukina Lisa. When you play Climax, gains 1500 power. Climax combo on reverse. Search your deck for a music character. So originally, I thought you could play this card over the 1/0 Yukina, and then I learned the power of 1/0 Yukina, and that all went out the door.
I think I'd rather not play a reverse combo when I also have the option of like check top four.
Yes, like I learned the power of Yukina yesterday. I saw Randall mill through his deck in about one turn. He milled through his whole deck. He just refreshed and milled through the whole deck in one turn. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I think yeah, I'd always just pick the non-reverse combo over the reverse one
yeah, but
for the most part, unless like the reverse one's way better. But in this case, like you're still just getting a +1 either way.
yeah. Well, I always thought this card was pretty decent, anyways. Was because first of all, you get like the power comes multiple turns, so you can keep playing Climax if it stays alive. Uh, and it tutors your deck for specific cards, so you don't have to like top trick 4 and then I hit a Climax shit like that.
Right, right.
Uh, but besides that, it's pretty good. Um, okay, here's the card that I really wanted to talk to you about. It is a 3/2 Arisa. Uh, or early play
Hmm.
if you have 2 or less climaxes in your waiting room. If this is in the front row, all your characters, including herself, gain 1500 power. And it's climax combo with a pants. On attack, if you have a full board, this gains 1000 power for the turn, and it gains the effect at the start of your opponent's attack phase. Choose 2 of your opponent's characters and give it -1 soul.
All right. This card is the issue is that you're never going to have room for the climax unless you're just in like a dedicated Orisa deck.
I don't
Because
know, man.
you're always going to be playing the Kasumi finisher. And I don't think Pop and Party actually like functions without like unless you're just still playing the 1/1 8K wall. I guess you can just still play the draw brainstorm with the wall level 2 and then um the Kasumi combat level 3. But then that means you're playing the tornado event without the level 1 combo.
Which is, I think that's okay. I think you could definitely play the tornado event without the level 1 combo because uh, you do have like other ways of grabbing it now. Or not other ways of grabbing it, but you do
I
have
mean
like
like it's
relevancy
still
of it being in the waiting
yeah.
room. So
Yeah, it's still just tornado, so it's not a bad card,
yeah,
but it's You lose a lot of value there, I feel like.
Yeah, I can understand that for sure. There are other
Yeah,
level
this
one
card this
combos
this card is good. Well, I mean, you're not playing any level 1 combo
if you're playing this.
if you're
Yeah.
playing this and Kasumi.
Well, you could be playing this with 3-2 Kokoros. What about that?
That is no, don't do that. I don't well, maybe?
Maybe?
I don't I don't know. I'm going to have to think. I'm going to like really sit down and think about mixing cards from different bands because I feel like there is a lot of potential in that. I feel like actually just playing like good stuff's music could be a real thing.
Good Stuff's
But
music is a real thing.
I'm just gonna have to take a day and just sit down and like read everything and think about it because
Yeah, there's a lot of
there's
good
a
cards
lot
in
of
this set.
cards. There's a lot of cards. They printed functional cards for 5 different decks,
Yeah.
and trying to combine them all into one deck is not easy.
All right. Uh, Next card is a 0/0. Let me see her name. A Rinko. It's a Rinko again. So 0/0 Rinko. It's global 500 to music characters, and you pay 1 to bottom deck an opponent's front row level 0.
Hmm.
It's
So this is just better than the global 500s that pay 1 to kill a level 0.
yes, because you the bottom deck it, and your opponent doesn't get like any of the waiting room effects. So I think
Yeah,
this is pretty good.
I think it's playable. I'm not a huge fan of the card of the global 5s that just pay 1 to kill something anyway.
I might tech a couple in my deck because paying 1 to get to bottom deck stuff is very relevant.
This is for Roselia, right?
This is for Roselia, yes. Um, it is relevant though when you're playing against matchups like Osamatsu, where they're trying to get 5 characters on the board and they don't field 3 level 3s. They field like a level 0 and then 2 level 3s. Like it'll help there, or it'll help against like the Attack on Titan matchup where you just bottom deck Aaron. Oh, you can't. Sorry, not Attack on Titan. I'm
Yeah,
crazy.
no.
I'm crazy.
Like,
Um,
you're bottom decking stuff like
you get the bottom deck
on
the
death,
Armin.
pay 1 clock. Yeah, well, stuff that's like on death, pay 1 clock 1 salvage.
Yeah.
You get to bottom deck all those. You get to
Oh,
bottom deck stuff that's like
Kaban.
sitting Mayas,
Get the bottom deck
Inazumas.
Kaban.
You get to bottom deck Kaban. But the thing is, you don't care about Kaban.
Fine.
Like you're burn two.
So yeah, but you don't
Yeah, you get
really.
to bottom deck. They
Do
don't.
you
Yeah,
want your?
like they don't get to search.
Yeah.
They don't get to
Oh,
search.
it's search, right? Yeah. Search. Okay. For some reason, for a minute there, I thought Kaban was red for some reason.
Yeah. No, they don't. So they don't get to search off of Kaban. You can just
Yeah.
bottom. Yeah, you just get to bottom deck utility stuff. You can bottom deck runners. Like
Yep.
that's fine, I guess. But like, you also can't. If your opponent fields a runner turn 1, you can't immediately respond by bottom decking it.
Hmm.
So they still get the first plus out of it,
Uh.
which is
Yeah. That
eh.
does suck. But overall, I think this card's like pretty good. It does help you in like a lot of situations.
Yeah, I think the card's fine.
Yeah. All right. So here's the other card that I was talking about that combos really well with the 2/1 Remi that we talked about earlier. It is come and play, 500 for every character on the board, including itself, and then you could discard an event to gain 1,000 power, and the effect on reverse, you could draw a card.
I remember seeing this card and reading it and thinking this was sweet because like I've always liked the cards that are um I know Madoka has it, and I know Girlfriend Beta had it, where you could discard a climax to gain 1,000 and on reverse draw.
Yes, I
Being
think
able to discard an event.
Charlotte has it
What
too as
what
a
band,
PR.
what band is this?
This is
This
Pop
is this
Party.
is Pop and Party. That's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, what you do is you play this. You get big. You discard the tie 2/2 or the 2/1 event
2/1
from the
event.
first set, and then you use the back row that rests itself and bottom decks the event to give power to your climax combo, and then you just search the event back out.
Uh, I hate that climax combo. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I hate that card so much.
they buffed tie deck a lot in this set.
Yeah. Well, this card's generic.
I like
This
it.
card's really generic. It discards any event. It doesn't discard just like the
Well,
2/1
yeah,
tie
Keenan
event.
also. Yeah. But like as far as like Taya waifu goes, I think that got really good. But yeah, you can play this. Discard the thing in the basement, the or what this thing in the storage or whatever it is, the set 110 tornado event.
Hmm.
Use discard tornado and then salvage it back with your
Yep. Yep.
custody combo.
But why do you discard Tornado when you can just play it in mill 3?
Well, yeah. See,
What
that's
I
why I think it's
was.
better with the tie event. That's why I
Yeah.
think it's better with the tie event.
It's a lot better with time. You can also discard the Stock Swap event. You can discard from the first set. From what I know, you can discard the if I guess if the 1/0 Arisa event is irrelevant in that situation, you can discard the 1/0 Arisa event. But I don't think that's ever irrelevant because it gives you a stock.
Yeah, it also gives you a card back. The thing is, you can't. Any of the events that just replace themselves anyway
You
aren't
can't
really worth
discard.
they aren't really worth discarding.
Yeah,
So like the 2-1 tie event is definitely
probably
the
the
best one
target.
to discard.
Yeah, and the 2/1 Stock Swap event right up
Yeah.
there. Okay, here's our last card, and I don't know why I wrote Yuna for some reason, but
Yeah.
uh, it's pay 1, bond to the 3/2 Yukina double R from the last page. And then it's come and play mill 3 optional.
You just play it, you mill 3 to mill out your Yukina and then bond it.
Yeah, I guess. Like,
That's easy. This card's good. This card's really good.
kind of
Very,
stupid.
very boring card, but very good card. It's just
Like,
it's mill and it's a bond. Like
kind of stupid.
you
Like,
probably play you probably play like 1 to 2 copies of this. I don't think you play more than that, but
you probably play 2 copies of it, but man, did they have to make it like optional mill 3? Like, bond to Yukina is already good enough because the Yukina is a resonance target for majority of the
yeah,
Roselia
yeah.
cards. But then they give it this mill 3, and you just
Able
think
to
to
mill. You just
yourself,
mill out your Yukinas and then bond them.
not even that. You just mill out your deck. Oh, I'm gonna play this mill 3, mill 3. I'm gonna brainstorm
Yeah.
mill 4. Oh, like I hit one.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab
Well, no,
another
no, no.
brainstorm.
You're not milling 4 on your brainstorm though. That's the issue. You're milling 3,
No, you're playing the pop and party brainstorm, man. You're not playing. You're not playing that garbage
which is
Rico.
actually playing the pop and party brainstorm.
Yeah, because that's not just music.
That's great. That's great.
You know what? We skipped the card, and I just figured this out.
Yeah. After we skipped the afterglow brainstorm. That card was
Yes,
decent, right?
I forgot to add that in
Wasn't
there.
that card?
Yes, but we skipped the card that's actually on this page.
Oh, yeah, the middle red one.
Yeah, the Remy, the 1/0 Remy. So let's go back to that really
Yeah.
quickly. It's global 5 to music, and then at the start of your opponent's attack phase, you could choose a character. And make it a fight me runner. And then it's climax combo. I forgot. I think it's a stock soul, and then you can pay 1 salvage.
I think Stock Soul is right.
I think it's a stock soul. Let me check to make sure.
Not a huge fan of this card, but it's
Yeah, it's a stock soul.
my
What you?
issue. My issue is when are you playing this over any of your other combos?
You don't play it for the combo. You play it for the fight me runner. The card that makes it really good. Like giving a card like a fight me runner, I always thought was really good because you could just like move stuff around and then you could deny on reverse combos. You could deny a ton of
Yeah,
stuff with it.
yeah, you can do cool stuff with that.
So that's the only reason I thought it was really cool. I've always liked,
You have to lose lanes on offense to be able to do it though.
which is very possible because your Yukina is only 6k on attack or 6.5.
Yeah, it's possible. It's not like
It's
it's
like,
not something you want to be happening.
oh, of course not, but it's going to happen because of how weak your Yukina is.
Yeah.
It really sucks though. Your Yukina is gonna be 6.5. If you have this in the back row, and it's the global 5, your Yukina is gonna be 6.5, right, on attack. I don't believe she gains any power. And then if you have like maybe another global, okay, 7k. You guys gonna be 7k on attack with the 0/0 Rini Brainstormer, right? So It'll be one of them will be 7K, the others will be 6.5. Your opponent's
Yeah.
bound to probably get over one of them,
Yeah.
and then you can make your Yukina fight me runner.
Oh God.
I always loved like the idea of like fight me runners. I think this card works really well with a lot of the first set stuff. So it works really well with the 3/2 Arisa from the first set that like lets you revenge burn because then you just like run to wherever
Yeah.
you
You
need
get
it
to
to be.
pick. Yeah, you get to pick what lane you're gonna revenge burn.
Yeah. So um definitely a cool card. But and I did miss the Afterglow Brainstormer if you want to talk about it.
No, it's fine. We don't need to talk about those cards.
Afterglow. The only Afterglow card that's like pretty relevant is the there's two Afterglow cards that are relevant.
Um,
The
I
two
think
two.
okay. I think talking about the afterglow. Yeah, the level three. The level three run
Mm-hmm,
is good. Like it's actually just a really generically good card.
mm-hmm. Too bad it
It's
mills alarm. You have the mill
yeah, on
alarm.
attack pay yeah, on attack pay one, put the top three cards of your deck into waiting room, deal X damage where X is the number of characters with alarm that you milled,
If only it
which
wasn't
is
alarm.
funny. But like literally every card in that deck has alarm, so
Doesn't
whatever.
that card also have alarm? Pay one, clock yourself, search.
Yeah, if it's on top of your clock at the beginning of your main phase, you pay one, clock yourself, or you pay one. Well, here's the best part: you just not even pay one, clock yourself. It's pay one and put the top card of your deck onto the bottom of your clock. An
Oh,
alarm on top of your clock for all of your effects that are like, if you have an alarm, give power.
oh my god.
And then you search your deck for an afterglow character. Well, one or lower. You just search your deck for an afterglow character.
Oh my god.
What you do
That
is like your opponent swings at you on turn one, and they just hit this onto your clock.
that
And you're just like, okay, don't clock for turn. And you're just like, yeah, we'll just plus.
that is a thing. Yes, this is a thing. And the other one that I thought was relevant was a 2/2 Ron. It climax combos with a gold bag, and it's six or more stock. You
Bag.
gain 1,000 power, I think. Yeah,
The
bag,
encore. You gain
bag,
you get six or more stock. You gain 1,000 power and
and green hand encore,
character on. Oh yeah, green card encore
and then
and climax combo with a bag. You stock
oh,
two. You stock two from waiting room.
Bushiroad learned from the mistakes of Hanakawa. Why?
Every time they give us a Hanakawa now, it's just not Hanakawa.
I know, right?
So angry. If this had been on a gold bar, you know how happy I would have been.
If this would have been on Gold Bar, this would be like make glitter green broken. Like, we're not broken, but it'd make glitter green so much better.
Yeah, probably.
Like they decided to make it green cards and not traded for some reason, and then
Yeah,
like glitter green or like I think you're still gonna play this in glitter green. Like
it's
just
good.
yeah, it's it's
It's
it's pretty
fairly.
good. Uh, okay. Are there any other cards that we missed that are relevant?
Um, the only one I can think of off the top of my head, I already sort of mentioned the tie that rests itself in bottom decks, the old event to give power.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I like that one a
That's only
lot.
relevant. That's only relevant like in tie deck though, so I'm not. That's not really
Uh, yeah,
too
this is true.
notable.
This is true. I do like it though. I really do like it. Uh, uh,
The um 093, the backup. It's like a bottom deck kick,
uh. Oh yeah, the bomb deck is okay. That's also okay.
right?
Yeah.
It's a yeah, that's a probably a relevant card. It's
The
just like
only uh.
we memory kick backups are already pretty good right now
Mm,
for a couple of things. So I mean, this one doesn't actually compress like your opponent either. So it
too bad it's only 2.5. It's 2.5, right? Or is it 3K?
is 2/5.
It's 2.5. Yeah. There is the on death pay the Sio, the 00 Sio. It's on death pay one clock one top trick three, and then you can add a character to your hand. That's also pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good.
So, is there anything from the first set that you think is still relevant?
What the? Okay, okay. So I was just reading through a couple of cards. I hit this one. There's a 2/1 Orisa that is when this card is frontal attacked, pay one, send this to waiting room to play the swimsuit Orisa from the first set
Yeah.
from hand to stage. And then it also has resonance with the swimsuit Orisa. It can side attack with no penalty.
Uh, I think that's just a worse copy of the 2-1 Aaron from Attack on Titan. Like,
Sure, but
I
I
think
mean,
they
as
figured
far as
out. Oh, good.
being in this set goes, like I think that's a pretty decent like because you can just like slam it down and then revenge burn like in the same attack too.
Uh, yeah, I'm actually gonna try it in my Pop and Party deck. I think it'd be pretty cool to try. I think it's like a decent card to try out.
Yeah,
The issue is that the 2-1 Aaron gets this like always attack for 2 soul, right? Because you show this 3-2 Aaron Titan that gives it a
right,
soul.
right.
But this gets a side for 1 soul. You don't get to kill anything for the
Yeah,
most part, and like you get the side for a soul. And the 3-2 it summons isn't the best either. It's okay. Like the revenge burn's pretty good and it heals and it gets big. But like it doesn't kill stuff when you need it to kill stuff sometimes
yeah,
because it doesn't have
sure,
like the anti
yeah.
backup. So it's okay. It's just a worse version of the Aaron combo, but it's still really good. Uh, so first set stuff. Anything that we missed? 032 swimsuit Arisa. Anything else?
So like I mean the 1-0 event got reprinted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the better
They
art.
talked about the Connor.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Uh, yeah, I think we're good then. All right. Do you have any final words? Last thoughts? Shoutouts?
uh, nah, I think that's it. I think yeah, I'm just gonna have to go through the set when I get more free time and just read through all the cards and see what I can do about a good stuff deck. But
Maybe we should compare deck lists next time. We do a video about comparing deck lists.
sure, yeah,
All right. So once again, my name is Neil. Thanks guys for watching. I'm with Connor again, and see you guys
yeah.
next time.